So this is a video, kind of a response to the last video that I was talking about about steroids. I interviewed Jerry and he gave me his opinions on steroids. And someone asked me if I was contemplating on taking steroids. And he said that if I do, please make something out of it. Like make my acid trip / mindfuck / artistic Frankian video coupled with your enhanced physical aesthetics. And I said, yes, I definitely agree that that is what I would do. If I decide to take on steroids, I said that I would not do it for the girls, I would not do it for the bodybuilding shows, I would not even do it for my body. I'm doing it for the sake of your mind, is what I said. And I mean every word of that. If I do go on steroids, it would be to enhance the aesthetic qualities and the creative qualities and this sensual or the cognitive, whatever you want to call it, qualities of my videos, making them a bigger mindfuck than what they would have been if my physique was natural. So, and someone said that, well, Frank, it's not all just about aesthetics. Someone was criticizing me because I talk about the word aesthetics too much, and I agree, I shouldn't use that word too much. But when I say aesthetics, if you've been watching my video, I don't mean just the physical aesthetics. When I speak of aesthetics, I mean the total experience of aesthetic experience, sort of like a contemplation, like an artistic contemplation. You know, the way people feel when they listen to a beautiful piece of music. That is an aesthetic experience. When they see a beautiful movie, they see a beautiful painting, the way they feel really spiritual or whatever, they feel out of this world. That is what I mean when I speak of aesthetics, really. So my physical aesthetics is really just part of that story, right? Like I want my physical aesthetic to be coupled with the whole image or the experience that I try to put into your head. So and this person, one person commented and said that, you know, Frank, it's not all just about aesthetics. It's about characters. He thinks I should be building my character instead of always talking about the superficial. And I want in this video to sort of argue that aesthetics goes a long way. It's very deep, aesthetics. The way I say that aesthetics is really deeper than it is because just recently there's a new branch of neuroscience called the Neuroaesthetics. Basically, it's new because we're just beginning to have the technology to find out what the brain is actually doing when we perceive a work of art, when we contemplate you know, an aesthetic, we're during the aesthetic experience, what is going on in the brain is basically what this new branch of neuroscience is trying to find out. And we don't know a lot about it. Like, we know what goes on in the brain, more or less, when someone makes a moral decision, when someone gets scared, when someone falls in love, or when someone, you know, ejaculates and shit like that. But what the fuck goes on in the brain when you have an aesthetic experience, right? And the reason why we don't know still is because it's the pinnacle of human cognition. It's really the pinnacle of how the human mind works when we try to find out what goes on in our heads when we are blown away by something so beautiful that we have no words to describe it. And I do agree to a certain point that an aesthetic experience isn't really deep. It's not deep because it's beyond your understanding. David Lynch said that he wants his movies to be like music. He said that people criticize his movies because they're quote-unquote meaningless. They're quote-unquote, you can't really explain it with language. And he likes it. He wants it to be that way because he thinks that music is the highest form of art. And the reason why music is so abstract and so, you know, up there is because you can't explain it. I mean, you can't, music has no meaning. But it only doesn't mean that it's not deep. It's just out of this world. It's in another space all by itself. It is another league all by itself that language can't touch it, logic can't touch it, and rationalization can touch it, right? So in a way, I don't think we can ever find out. I mean, if we can, that'd be great. Maybe we'll take away from the experience, I don't know. Maybe it will help us make more aesthetic works. But I'm saying that, in a way, I hope that we can never find out what goes on in the brain when we were mind blown or mindfucked by an aesthetic experience, because I would like to believe that an aesthetic experience, although it's really something that can't be intellectualized, it doesn't mean that it's not deep. It just means that it's so beyond our understanding that it should be looked at as sort of like outwardly experience, something that is, you know, beyond, you know, the everyday explanation, you know, the way we try to justify everything.
That's my fault.